make sure that you understand what's going on, because as I mentioned before, this is, as you can see, this product is pretty involved, pretty intense, no doubt about it.
Well, I guess you can equate all this wildcard stuff to the wildcards that show up in the virtual servers.
Yeah, you can.
Where because everybody's got LTM experience, and you know that anything would default to the wildcard if it doesn't match anything else.
Right, exactly. Yep, you're right. You're right. Yep, you're right.
So you can refer to it that way.
Yep, yep. Okay. All right, gang. So I think anyone need more time on the lab? Think we're good? Okay. Okay. Marco, I think you're good. James, you're good. Luke. Okay. All right.
Yeah, all the suggestions came up after the reboot also.
Good. 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 Yeah, I should have told you guys about that undocumented feature. I'm not supposed to say bug. They gave me some marketing 101 training. Whenever I teach classes, they told us not to say bug, the word bug, use the term bug. Use undocumented features. But it's hard for me not to say bug when it is a bug. So, I mean, go figure, right? Okay. All right, gang. So one thing to note, in the labs going forward, you may have to also generate suggestions. If you don't see the suggestion and the violation, and you see the configuration is spot on, just reboot the big IP. I tried to do a big start and restart versus, because reboot is very intrusive. In production, you can't do a reboot in production, right? I tried to do a big start and restart, and that seemed to work also. So if that happens again, guys, issue on the command line big start space restart. That restarts all of your daemons. Big start is one word, restart another word. That should fix it also versus a reboot. Okay, so let's move on, and then we'll take our break here shortly. Let's see, what do we have next here? Okay, viewing learning suggestions. So I mentioned before, there are really three screens, really two screens that you will go to quite a bit, right? One is the requests, the event log. Another one is traffic learning. Okay? Now, traffic learning and the readiness summary section, they kind of go hand in hand, right? Both places you can view suggestions. Both places you can also take things out of staging. Okay? But the traffic learning allows you to go in and actually take some kind of action, whether you want to accept that request accept that violation or reject that violation. Okay? So once again, in most cases, guys, you go to traffic learning to take things out of staging and look at the suggestions. If you want to take things out of staging very, very quickly, you can go to the readiness summary section. But once again, most of the time, you're going to be the traffic learning or the event log. So here is the readiness summary section. Let's say, for instance, that you found 3 file types. You want to take all 3 out of staging all at once. You were just going to check the box beside file types, click Enforce Ready Entities. That would take all 3 file types out of staging. So you want to take them out of staging all at once very quickly, you can go to the readiness summary page. If you want to do them individually, you can go to the traffic learning page, traffic learning screen. Okay, now there's some suggestions, guys, that do not provide there's some violations that do not provide suggestions. Okay, these are some of the violations, guys, that do not provide a suggestion. A suggestion meaning, can I accept that violation? Is it a false positive or not a false positive? That's kind of what I mean by a suggestion. These violations do not provide suggestions. We're going to talk about cookies quite a bit here after the break. I'm going to get into the request length exceeds buffer size. We'll talk about that when we get into brute force attacks on Thursday, on tomorrow. I'll also talk about the expired timestamps when we get into the cookie discussion. So those violations, guys, will not provide a suggestion. Okay. So guys, let's do one more lab. Then let's take our break after this lab. Okay. So this lab here, now we're going to start taking things out of staging and then enforcing, and then seeing the behavior which take things out of staging. So you're going to take your file types and parameters out of staging now and enforce those entities. Okay. So guys, this lab should be a pretty quick lab here. Let's see. It says 10-minute lab. So guys, let's come back at 20 till the hour. So we give you guys time to do the lab and also take a quick break. So guys, let's start back up at 20 till the hour. This lab is on page 823 to 824.